So the Hatfield Prize is one of CPJ's main programs for Christian college students, and they pick an issue, a social policy that they're passionate about, and they go research that in their community and think about it through the lens of their Christian faith. So it's a 3-part report that they end up writing, and so today we have Kailani West and Emily Steen who are going to share a little bit about what that experience was like for them writing this big research report, and you'll actually see some copies of it on your table, so feel free to flip through those, and you can have your own copy online for free if you just download it. So the PDF is available, but yeah, rather than have me talk more about it, I think I'd love to have Kailani and Emily come up here. Kailani will share first. So Kailani graduated from Multnomah University with a degree in global studies and is now pursuing a master's in global development and justice. She recently moved back from southern Germany to Washington State and currently works in South Seattle, facilitating an after-school program for children in affordable housing. And Emily Steen is closer to me. Is a graduate of Calvin University studying sociology and urban studies. During her time at Calvin, Emily founded and was the president of the Calvin Peacemakers, a restorative justice club. She's originally from northern New Jersey, where she has been living since graduating from Calvin. She's currently pursuing a master's degree in arts administration and nonprofit management as she couples her passion for the arts and social justice. But if you would just talk a little bit about how you heard about the Hatfield Prize, what you researched, because this you may not all be familiar, and what that research has meant to you and the different outcomes you've seen over the past year with your research. So,
hi everyone, I'm Emily Steen. I'm so glad to be back at my alma mater, I guess, and yeah, privileged to be here with you. So I heard about the Hatfield Prize for the first time, like maybe 2 weeks before the deadline to apply, which I wish I knew about the CPJ earlier, and I feel like that's such a natural connection for Calvin students to have because of our reformed focus and policy. So I hope more students know about it now. But yes, so my professor recommended that I apply for it, and he ended up being my advisor, Professor Mark Mulder. And my research topic really was an outgrowth of my time at Calvin. Like Emily said, I founded the Calvin Peacemakers, which is the first restorative justice club, and our mission was kind of to raise awareness for restorative justice and also partner with the Calvin Prison Initiative. So that's really the organization that I focused on and worked with over my 3 years at Calvin. And really, we were noticing that a lot of returning students and graduates from the CPI were being released earlier than we had expected. CPI, one of their mission statements is to partner with mostly educational programming for people that have a life sentence in prison. And even with that, there were already 15 people that were released from the Hanlon Correctional Facility in Ionia, Michigan. When they were released, there was no formal structure, reentry programming, or ways for them to access help, even though the university has so many resources and connections to alumni and the local community. So that's kind of where this research was inspired from, was talking to the returning citizens that were in my classes. We would get lunch, we would study together, and really it grew out of a friendship and concern for them. So my research was really for and about the returning citizens at Calvin, but also then how Calvin can be a model for other prison education programs as they develop reentry programming for their students. So that was my research.
So yeah, my name's Kailani, and I'll beat you, Emily, because I found out about the Hatfield Prize just days before the application was due. Sorry. But yes, Dr. Bagbridge, my professor and my advisor for this research, he approached me with the idea to apply for this program just days before I did Los Muertos, where I was leading a cultural event there at the school. Oh, I'll keep talking and you can adjust it. And so just a few days that I heard about Hatfield Prize and heard about CPJ for the first time, and I was interested, but I wanted to do some more research to know, is this something that I would be interested in doing, because it's a commitment, it's not it's not a research paper, it's a research process, and it includes individuals and doing that ethically, morally, and valuing the people who are involved in the research. And so over the days of when I heard about the Hatfield Prize and when it was due, Dr. Birch and I were talking about, okay, what would this look like? Who would we partner with? What would we research? And I was looking at the list on the application, and it really settled with me that I should look into WIC access for immigrant women, because I myself was a beneficiary of Women, Infant, and Children, the supplemental nutrition program as a child. My mom was a single mom to twin girls, and we all benefited from that. My twin sister now benefits from that. So generations of my family, even my immigrant grandmother. So all these generations of my own family benefited from this. However, I know that there's barriers to receiving this vital program. And so Dr. Birch had a natural connection in the Rockwood community in Oregon. It's not a city, but it's a community that lies between Portland and Gresham. And it's under-resourced by both of these cities. And there's a lot of devastating results of that under-resourced reality that places a lot of individuals on margins of society. And so the goal with the research was to partner with individuals in the community to find what their needs were, and then partner with them so they can figure out what are the real solutions. And so the beginning of the research states some hypothetical problems that could be true for immigrant families across the nation. And we go towards the frame and we see what are the commands of Christ's followers based on a scriptural review. And then the frame is really the interviews that I had with the women and community workers, where they said, these are the needs that we have, and here's how government, civil society, healthcare facilities, schools, churches can fill these needs. And it was amazing seeing how many needs there are, but how many tangible solutions can easily be met, or tangible needs can easily be met just by a few people in the community. So.
So thank you both for sharing a little bit more about your research.